Lisa Leo, Lois Mackey, Lauren Carpenter.
Every year we roll call their names in public so that they may not be forgotten.
Because often transgender are invisible, an invisible minority. And if we don't remember them, who will?
Marjorie Susan Prionen, Mark Garvin, Mary James, Mary John, Mary Johnson, Maureen Wright. Natasha was losing her hair. She was skinny, like almost 95 pounds, 6'2", all her teeth fallen, you know. She would come in, she had this nylon sock tied around her head, just like when you see cartoons with one of the cartoons have a bad teeth ache and they tied this white thing after. Well, she'd have a nylon like that tied, you know, in the middle of winter, and blood running down her legs and her big toes coming out of her high heels, and really, really dirty, and had a smell. You know, hygiene was gone out the door, but she always had a smile. In January 1995, we became incorporated as a not-for-profit organization delivering healthcare services and crisis intervention to street and transgendered people. And our mandate was to improve the quality of life for those trans people.
When I came here, I called it home. It is home to me. It's a security blanket.
I use the center because it's safe, and it's slowly helping me get off the streets.
In the center here, a lot of these people are replaced for me what would be the role that my blood family might have played. So remembering these people is like remembering family for a lot of us.
There is a family gathering and really close friendships here, and we stick up for each other and we help each other out if another girl needs it.
There was a memorial that was jointly sponsored by a bunch of the downtown east side organizations, and for 1,200 people that have died in the sex trade, drug overdose in this part of town.
Chantel, she was a pretty good friend of mine. She was murdered. She was beaten to death.
She did a lot of work for the community, with the youth, gay, lesbian, transgendered, and heterosexual. Every youth had support from her.
Her body was wrapped in a blue tarp and just tossed like she was common garbage. And that's something that's always eaten at me, always, and will always bother me, was the fact that this person knew nothing about her, knew nothing about the kind of person that she was, the kind of care and concern that she had for other people.
A lot of times when they're remembered, when these people are remembered in public, they aren't remembered as transgendered women. And that's important to us. Like, even though my birth certificate says I'm a female, when I die, I will probably be, to my knowledge, I will be recorded as a male having died in vital statistics for the province. And to me, that's really disrespectful of who I am and the life I've lived.
My co-workers that are no longer with me, and one of them is Jasmine, who is also a native TS woman, who at the time was hooking alongside of myself. Jasmine contracted AIDS and died in a hospice, and so that's one way. And another girl that I knew, another TS hooker I knew, was murdered in Toronto and was found in the lake, and that happens, you know, because it's a very violent world that I was in, and that the people, the clientele of high risk have experienced. You know, life can be difficult when you're TS, and for me, when I was younger, I was rejected when I first came out. I was rejected by my family, and I had to leave, and that's when I hit the streets and took up drugs and prostitution, you know, to deal with that pain inside from the rejection from your friends, your family, and that was true in my case, and it's true in many cases that you do have a hard time when you're TS, because there's a lot of not a lot of understanding out there in the world, you know.
You have to try to access and fit within the group and hope you don't get beaten, hope you don't get thrown out of school, hope you don't lose your job because you've been outed, hope a lot of things. It takes a pretty strong person, let me tell you.
Jada's my woman, and I don't mean to say my and, you know, treat her like a possession, because she isn't.
No.
But, you know, I'm her man and she's my woman, and that's how we walk down the street, and that's how we behave towards each other.
I'm a proud transgender woman. I'm unique. I have skills and abilities. I have insights into the human condition. I have insights into gender that nobody else can have, because it's part of my experience. It's my life.
Naya Robillard, Pat Bowerman, Patricia Andrew, Patricia Ann Treshwadam. Every year there's a demonstration on December 6th to honor women who have died of violence. And every year that I've been involved in the trans community, I go and I read these names publicly.
If we as transgendered people don't remember and respect each other as the women and the men that we are, no one else is going to.